Okay, here's the problem. A lot of conservatives are having a fit over her interview, and here's what they're so mad about.
Indiana Fever's rising star, Caitlin Clark, was recently featured as a guest on David Letterman's Netflix series, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. Her appearance sent ripples through the WNBA community. So, what exactly did she say that stirred up such a reaction online? Clark's offseason has been packed. She's been spotted at Chiefs games, honored with her jersey retirement at Iowa, and participated in multiple high-profile interviews. Among them was a sit-down with former NFL quarterback Eli Manning, and now her latest conversation with David Letterman. Letterman's show is known for featuring some of the biggest names across different fields, and in this new episode, he welcomes Caitlin Clark as the Indiana Fever's point guard, takes a seat for an in-depth talk.
Okay, I think maybe you need a little arc. Oh! Oh my God!
In her conversation with Letterman, which aired this week, Clark touched on a range of subjects. However, one particular comment caught everyone's attention. She revealed something about the WNBA that genuinely bothers her. During the interview, Letterman brought up her well-known scrimmage against Iowa's practice squad, where she famously dropped 22 points in just 2 minutes.
Now, do you think that there's any other players, specifically college players, who can replicate this kind of fandom in the way that we see for Caitlin Clark, Logan?
I honestly don't think so. And I've been thinking about this a ton recently, and it brought me back to a few years ago, or maybe it was last year before, I'm not too sure. I was in the back, like the depths of hell in Adelaide, Australia, doing some like wine tour I did not want to be on. And there were a group of guys, maybe in their 20s, they were talking about Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark's college days might be behind her, but the memories from her time at Iowa continue to make waves. The Fever point guard dominated during her 4 years with the Hawkeyes, leaving behind a legacy filled with unforgettable moments. One of the most talked about highlights didn't even come in a regular game. Clark made headlines when she scored 22 points in just 2 minutes during a scrimmage against Iowa's practice squad, a team made up of male students who volunteered to train with the women's team.
So I think I had 22 points in 2 minutes was the moral of the story.
I'm sorry. 22 points in 2 minutes.
It was funny because we had a high school girls basketball team there that day. So we had a little audience and we were up in our practice gym. And they were like jumping out of their chairs, going crazy. Usually I never react when something like I hit a big shot, or like I do, but never in like a shocked way. After like my 5th 3 in a row.
Fans typically don't get access to footage from college scrimmages, but Clark's performance was so remarkable that the video eventually surfaced and grabbed mainstream attention. That viral moment also became a topic of conversation during her Netflix interview with David Letterman, where she opened up about the scrimmage and its unexpected impact.
There's one iconic scrimmage.
There is.
Yeah.
But nobody knows if it actually happened because
it
nobody
happened.
actually saw it.
No, you know it happened.
Yes. So we have a practice team that's just all guys. They have to be students at the university. I think we were down 15. So we like make a couple threes. We cut it to like 10, maybe, I don't even know.
Now when you say we make a couple of threes, was it you or was everybody making threes?
It was me, but the points went to the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Although Caitlin Clark's scrimmage against Iowa's practice squad wasn't broadcast, it was recorded last year. After Clark talked about the moment in an interview with ESPN's Wright Thompson, former Iowa Director of Player Development, Catherine Reynolds, shared a short clip on social media. The video showed Clark hitting deep three-pointers, leading a fierce comeback. Clark initially downplayed the idea that she was the sole offensive engine in that scrimmage, but during her Netflix chat with David Letterman, he got her to admit it. She also mentioned that she still keeps in touch with the guys from that practice squad, and never misses a chance to remind them they blew a 15-point lead. This past Tuesday, a video of Clark sinking 5 straight logo range threes from NRES. That scrimmage made waves across social media. Although it was originally posted a year ago, it didn't gain much traction until her Letterman interview started making the rounds. Her shots came from way beyond the arc, with a few even taken off balance. Dave Portnoy, founder of Barstool Sports and a vocal supporter of Clark, reposted the clip and dubbed the WNBA All-Star The One.
Caitlin Clark being embraced by Diana Taurasi after the Fever beat the Mercury in that game and they played each other was one of the coolest moments of the WNBA season.
Diana Taurasi goes nuts after what Caitlin Clark said in new Nike interview. Diana Taurasi's iconic reality check comment about Caitlin Clark has come full circle, and it's not looking good for the WNBA legend. When Taurasi originally warned that Clark's transition to the league would be
Clark would go on to earn WNBA Rookie of the Year honors after being selected first overall by the Indiana Fever in the 2024 draft. Before making the leap to the pros, she led the Iowa Hawkeyes to back-to-back national championship appearances and cemented her place in history by becoming the NCAA Division I all-time leading scorer, finishing her college career with a staggering 3,751 points.
With 66 of a possible 67 votes, as close to unanimous without being legally unanimous, Caitlin Clark is named the WNBA's Rookie of the Year. Outside of bringing more attention to the league than it's ever seen before, Caitlin's first year in the W has been nothing short of remarkable. She was the first rookie in league history to record a triple-double, and she did that twice. After starting the season 1-8, helped lead the Fever to a playoff spot for the first time since 2016. After some speculated that she would only be a three-point shooter, she broke the league record for assists in a game and assists in a season. She did also break the rookie record for three-pointers in a season and finished with the second most threes in a season in league history, most points by a rookie in league history. It's been a season and a calendar year that Caitlin, her fans, the Fever, the Hawkeyes, will never forget.
After breaking several records in the WNBA, including the most points ever scored by a guard in league history, with 76.9, and setting a single game assist record with 19. Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark is now setting her sights on an even, bigger second season. However, Clark's rising profile hasn't come without controversy. In the past, she's been used as a symbol in race-baiting narratives online. But according to one former NBA player, a recent interview broke away from that pattern. Former Washington Wizards center Eaton Thomas shared his thoughts on Instagram, praising Clark's recent appearance on David Letterman's show. He said the interview didn't pander to any specific demographic, and that it prevented certain groups from weaponizing her image for their own agendas. These people were never real fans of the game, Thomas wrote. They only wanted to use Caitlin Clark as a symbol to push their narrative, and she shut that down.
Why do you think people love Caitlin Clark, besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point. Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love, you know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. I've seen it a little bit in Mahmoud Abdul-Roh, but I've never seen a guy consistently come down. And if you look at, like if you saw Steph on the street, he ain't got the LeBron muscles. He's not 6'9", he's 6'10". He look like a perfect, normally office guy.
Caitlin Clark received backlash following her comments in a Time magazine interview, where she openly acknowledged the privilege she has experienced as a white player in the WNBA. In the interview, she highlighted the importance of recognizing the foundational role black women have played in building the league, and made it clear that she's committed to using her platform to help amplify their voices.
But as a white person, there is privilege. A lot of those players in the league that have been really good have been black players. This league has been built on them. The more we can appreciate that, highlight that, talk about that, I think it's very important. I have to continue to try to change that. The more we can elevate black women, that's going to be a beautiful thing, end quote. You see why I had no problem with her being Times Athlete of the Year? You see why I said that she should have been on Team USA? You see why I had to go off on the likes of Cheryl Swoops and others who were clearly distant and dismissive of her, no matter how much they try to deny it? There was resentment towards her, and here's why I said it was stupid.
The conversation around Caitlin Clark and the topic of white privilege picked up steam after her record-breaking viewership during the 2024 NCAA Championship game. Her performance drew comparisons to other standout players like Paige Buchers. Some critics argued that Clark's rise in visibility and media attention was, in part, influenced by her race. Others pushed back, crediting her success to her undeniable talent, elite skill set, and electrifying style of play that has captured fans. Across the country,
There's one iconic scrimmage.
There is.
Yeah, tell
But
me
nobody knows if it actually happened because
It
nobody
happened.
actually saw it.
No, you know it happened.
Yes. So we have a practice team that's just all guys. They have to be students at the university. I think we were down 15. So we like make a couple threes. We cut it to like 10, maybe, I don't even
Well,
know.
now, when you say we make a couple of threes, was it you or was everybody making threes?
It was me, but the points went to the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark has consistently acknowledged her privilege and emphasized the importance of recognizing the black WNBA players who have played a pivotal role in shaping the league into what it is today. In her interview, Clark also shared insights into her strong bond with teammate Aaliyah Boston, her exceptional court vision, and even drew a comparison to LeBron James, among other topics. Clark initially made these comments in December during her Time magazine interview, and later revisited them in her conversation with comedian David Letterman. The interview was filmed around the same time the magazine named her Athlete of the Year, with the episode airing earlier this week. Last month, the WNBA's Rookie of the Year returned to Carver Hawkeye Arena, where Iowa honored her by retiring her number 22 jersey. While Clark chose not to participate in the rivalry league, she's been putting in intense work at the gym and on the court, even on her birthday. Fever fans are eagerly anticipating the upcoming WNBA season, especially since Clark and her team will play a record 41 nationally televised games out of 44 during the 2025 season. In a recent preview, Netflix shared some exciting news about Clark. During her conversation with Letterman, the two discussed Clark's competitive drive, which she admitted is sometimes difficult to turn off. "Yeah, sometimes that's good," Clark said. "Sometimes that's bad. Her relentless desire to beat everyone is what keeps her at the top of her game."
Usually I never react when something like I hit a big shot, or like I do, but never in like a shocked way. After like my 5th 3 in a row in like a minute, I was like, oh my gosh, like I couldn't believe it. I was like running around, and we ended up winning, and our boy practice players didn't hear the end of it. They still don't. Like I still love to bring it up to them. We talk a lot of crap, so.
Oh, you talk a lot of crap. Oh.
Even board games during the holidays get intense when Caitlin Clark is involved, with everyone finding themselves frustrated by the end of the night. The anticipation for Clark's second WNBA season with the Indiana Fever is building, with just over a month left before the season kicks off. Fans can't wait to see her in action again.
Terrific off the bench, 13 points in the first round. Clark with a third wicket defender on her, knocks it down for 2.
Netflix teased a clip from Caitlin Clark's interview on Monday, where she shared how her intense competitive spirit has sometimes led to trouble with her family. In the clip, Clark reflected on her lifelong drive to outdo others. She recalled learning to ride her bike at a young age just to keep up with her older brother, and how, on Halloween, she ran from house to house trying to collect more candy than anyone else in the neighborhood. However, Clark's antics didn't just cause a stir among her peers. It got her dad in trouble too, since he was supposed to be keeping an eye on her. This drew the attention of her mom, who questioned how Clark's dad managed to lose track of their daughter on Halloween night. When Letterman asked if she's still as competitive, Clark humorously deadpanned, "Well, I don't trick or treat anymore." Clark is now looking to build on her outstanding rookie campaign, which saw the Indiana Fever make the playoffs, with the former Iowa star earning Rookie of the Year honors and a WNBA All-Star selection.
Added a lot more experience. Like in the playoffs, we just didn't have that. We were a young group. Even Kels, like obviously with being with the Fever during her entire career, she hasn't really had the opportunity to play in a ton of playoff games. So having that, whether it's Sydney Colson, whether it's DB, whether it's Natasha Howard, whoever it is, I think having that experience is going to be really good for us and that leadership in the locker room. So I'm excited. And obviously Steph is like one of the smartest basketball minds I've ever been around. And, you know, everybody knows that across the league. Like everybody admires her and the way she coaches.
Caitlin Clark has quickly established herself as a standout figure in the WNBA, with many already viewing her as one of the league's faces. Her influence on women's basketball has been significant, but she consistently acknowledges and praises the pioneers who helped pave the way for players like her. As the new season approaches, all eyes will be on the Indiana Fever, especially in their season opener on May 17th, when they face Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky in Indiana. The excitement surrounding Clark and her team is palpable.
Of the folks, primarily the white folks, who basically disenfranchised y'all all of these years before she came along, who denied you the acclaim and the allure and the profits you richly deserved. But you don't take that out on Caitlin Clark. Not her. She's the one that assists you. When black folks was marching during the civil rights era and fighting every battle they possibly could, they weren't dismissive, nor did they assist in denigrating the white people who marched with them. They saved the venom for those who wouldn't. You don't run away from people who support you. You run to them, especially when they're in a better position than you to help you.
After stepping down from The Late Show on CBS, David Letterman began filming episodes of My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with Netflix in 2018. Since its debut, the show has featured a wide array of notable guests, including former President Barack Obama, activist Malala Yousafzai, actor George Clooney, and many more. Letterman's interviews are known for their balance of both serious topics and comedic moments, making for a unique and engaging viewing experience. In 2024, the program won a Primetime Emmy Award for Letterman's conversation with comedian John Mulaney.
You're getting some aerobic fitness in. Good. I need it.
Thank you.
We're finally teammates.
I know.
Finally.
I'm so happy.
I know, me too. You okay?
Just get the both of you. Coming to Chicago. Hi.
For sports fans, Caitlin Clark truly needs no introduction. After making an explosive debut with the Indiana Fever, she quickly established herself as one of the league's brightest stars. In her rookie season, Clark averaged 19.2 points per game, won the Rookie of the Year award, earned an All-Star selection, and was named to the All-WNBA team. Her remarkable impact on the court has already solidified her as a force to be reckoned with in the league.